Hello, welcome once again to you. This is 26th of November, and today we continue with our regular webinars that we are doing for members to prepare as they go for promotion. Promotion in the sense that even in your teaching, you have to upgrade yourself, add up to knowledge so that you can add, you can contribute in that regard. You can help your children learn better. That's it. And promotion in another sense that whatever promotion exercise you'll be going through or examination you're going through, once you are equipped, you'll be better off in terms of responding to questions. So today's edition, we thank you all for joining us on this webinar. And as we promised, it is Professional Development Webinar Series 3, that is dubbed Preparing for Promotion. Our general objective for this ATAG Continuous Professional Development has been to create awareness of teacher education policies among teachers, right? And also examine the essence of teacher education policies. By so doing, we want to contribute to continuous professional development of teachers and above all, promote professional teaching standards among our teachers, and as colleagues, we have to promote ourselves in this regard. Today, we are very privileged to have in our midst a very seasoned professional who has been at the helm of affairs in terms of being a district director of education, Agomwa West, and he has climbed from the low ranks up to the higher ranks in terms of education. In terms of, the GES steps, you have to, achievement in terms of the promotion exercise. He has gone through, and he's very renowned. If I say renowned, he has been sitting on a lot of these interviews, and he's part of the panel that conducts this interview. He's now retired, and he was so, happy to share his, knowledge with us. So that when I called him, he was so, with a lot of enthusiasm to help us. Today, join me, welcome to this webinar, Mr. Peter Amankrah, former District Director of Education, Agomwa West. So, Honorable Amankrah, you are welcome. And this is the Art Teachers Association of Ghana. As I said, this is being recorded, and after this is going to be on our YouTube channel. So, you're welcome.
Thank you, Coordinator. I am privileged to be with you this afternoon. In fact, I was really surprised when you called me because it has been a long time, ever since you left Apam Senior High School. Well, back on the preparation for GS interview, I have this short aid for you people. In fact, one of the cardinal policies of staff development is establishing procedure for assessing human and material resources to achieve organizational goals. It is therefore in the interest of educational authorities to provide avenues for their staff to renew themselves and remain competent on the job. Again, change is a constant occurrence in contemporary society in areas such as social status. Schools, therefore, have to educate the youth to fit into those changes. Hence, GES and MOE use interview to select the best performers for certain positions. From the foregoing, job interview is probably the most important step you will take in your job search journey. Now, let's look at how we have to prepare for interview. The first one is reviewing the job description. You must know the position or the tasks involved in any of the advertised positions. So we are saying reviewing the job description. And by reviewing the job description, I'm talking about the job title, the description, the duties, and then the tasks, and probably the skills involved. All skills you need to perform at that position. That is what we call the renewing the job description. This will give you and where.
Hello, Mr. Amankrah. Hello, Mr. Amankrah. Unfortunately, we're having a technical challenge with the network. We'll try to connect and get him back so that we enjoy what he's talking about. So we're trying to get him back. Mr. Amankrah, please unmute yourself. Hello, Mr. Amankrah. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute. Good. Can you hear us now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry, we had a network challenge. So if you can go over from reviewing the job interview, if you can go over.
Okay, thank you. The first thing is, for an interviewee to attend interview, you must review the job description. Moreover, indeed, when certain positions are advertised, it gives the positions like headmaster, like assistant headmaster, assistant, or any position and so forth. So you must review the job description. You must know the title, the duty, and the tax involved. And you must also be aware of the skills involved. By so doing, it will give you the understanding of the major purpose of the position and where it will fit into the organization. So we move to 2. Are you still struggling with it?
Yeah, please go on. Please go on. But before you go on, hold. I want to mute every participant so that you'll be the only person talking. So I'm muting all participants except you.
Okay. 2.
So, okay, so please, Mr. Amankrah, continue.
Okay. In preparing for interview, after reviewing the job, you must also research the company. You must know the policies and how they operate within the company. You must also know their code of ethics and then their conditions of service. You must also know the competitors and then the culture of that organization. After that, you must also plan your journey to the job interview. After the research, you must also plan your journey to the interview. Yes. In planning your journey to the interview, I'm referring to how you will get there. You know, a failure to plan is a plan to fail. If you are planning on driving to the interview, make sure you fill your car with fuel the night before. You do not be filling up on the way dressed in suit. make sure you arrive on time at least 30 minutes earlier. What to wear to job interview? It is a truism that wearing the right clothes to the interview won't automatically get you the job, but wearing the wrong clothes will sink any chances of impressing the interviewer or the interview panel. Dress professionally. Wear business attire appropriate for the role while still making sure you feel comfortable. GS interview. Basically, GS interview have 8 sessions.
Hello, Mr. Amankrah.
Hello.
Yeah, the network was a bit unstable, so please go over. You said GS interview basically has 8 sessions. Start from there, please.
Okay, thank you. GS interview basically goes through 8 sessions. The first one is the turnout. And when I say the turnout, I'm talking about the general appearance, your comportment, emotional stability, and the mannerism. Like, do you know, you like, and so forth. All these things must be followed. Then the second one is the background. By background, I'm referring to your academic and professional qualifications. Your academic and professional qualifications. Then the third one is the verbal communication. Here we are talking about how you present your ideas logically, as the logical presentation of ideas, clarity of thoughts, and power of comprehension. That goes into verbal communication. You have to present your ideas logically. Then the actual interview starts from the 4th session, which is knowledge of MOE and GS. As teachers, you can't go without MOE and GS. So we are saying that interviewee will be quizzed on the operation and policies of the organization. Questions such as the following could be asked. Describe the functions of MOE and GS and identify the distinction between the two bodies. Another sample question is, mention the 2 statutes that are directly related to GS and express your opinion on the implication of the 2 statutes. Then another sample question under knowledge of MOE and GS, show the relationship between MOE and the Ghana Education Service Council. All these are sample questions under 4. Can we now move to 5? Knowledge of application of educational policies. In fact, number 5 takes greater marks. Here, your knowledge as a classroom teacher will be tested. Questions such as the following could be asked. Why is psychology important to teacher education program? 2, content and methodology, which is more important to you as a teacher? 3, explain the concept of management and administration. 4, what is curriculum? What are the factors influencing design of curriculum? All these are sample questions under question 5. And the 6th one is knowledge of educational policies and issues. Questions like, what is policy? How will you measure educational outcome? Do you agree that pupils in the private schools perform better than those in the public schools? All these are sample questions. Then we get to number 7, public administration and management. Questions such as the following could be asked. What are the roles of the following institutions in Ghana? Public Service Commission, National Commission in Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Ministry of Finance, Bank of Ghana. Another sample question is, you have just been appointed as a headmaster and you are preparing for your first meeting with the School Board of Governors. Mention at least 2 items that must definitely be included in your agenda. And we go to the last part. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Amankrah, can you hear us?
Yes,
Hello,
I can hear you, but mine is off.
Your video is with you, so you can put it on, but your is from your end.
Yes,
It's your
okay, it's back.
okay.
It's back.
Okay,
Contemporary national. As the last one, we are going to talk about contemporary national and international issues. Yeah. Here, sample questions like, mention some of the major policies being implemented by government since 2017 and set your view on any one of them. Another sample question is, state
hello, Mr. Amankrah, go over that one. The network was not favoring us. Can you hear us, please?
The network, okay.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal.
Yes, please.
So please go over that one. Contemporary and national
and international issues. Here we consider certain things going around within the country and then outside the country. And sample questions such as, mention some of the major policies being implemented by government since 2017 and set your view on any one of them. There again, state your view on the proposed appointment of the special public prosecutor and express your opinion whether it could curb corruption in the country. Another sample question is, any current news on education in Ghana which has attracted your attention within a week and indicate it relevant in education? Is that okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. Please go on.
Okay. Then with this, after the preparation, I have some tips for you. And here are some of the tips. Essential tips for correct justice and ethics during interview. The first one is, you must greet culturally once you meet your panel or interviewer, sometimes with firm handshake. 2, when sitting, keep your hands on your lap. 3, let them offer you a seat before you sit. Maintain eye contact and nod your head often. Beware of saying too much and like you know and what have you. Forget about that. Then we have some common mistakes to avoid. Getting to an interview. The first one is, inadequate preparation. You must update yourself very well in your profession and current issues relevant to your work. 2, improper dressing. Take pains to select attire that will project you as a responsible person fit for the position or job. 3, understanding panelists. Give them due respect, and under no circumstances should you get angry when they try to quiz you for more answers or for clarifications. Next, boldness. Sack yourself. Be very bold and speak up when answering questions. The next one is impatient. Do not attempt to answer a question that a panelist has not complete action. Ask for clarification if you do not understand the question. Then the next one is switch off mobile phones to avoid embarrassment. It is advisable to temporarily switch off your mobile phone. Then your CV, curriculum vitae, and application letter. Be conversant with every information you have captured there. Take your original certificates along. Next, benefit. Do not be over anxious to know your service condition. Then, appreciation. Show appreciation for having been given opportunity to attend the interview and for any other courtesies that might have extended to you. Your later thank you may change the panelist's view about you. Then follow up. Ask when and how you expect your results. If you are not given any specific date, visit or call the office. Conclusion. To have an edge in an employment interview, note that what you do before, during, and after are key determinants of success. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Attack.
Thank you. Yes. What you do before, during, after the interview are key determinants. Thank you, Mr. Amankrah. I mean, in fact, you have delivered and you have, in fact, confirmed even the reason why we do this workshop. And as teachers, the key, or if you like, the thematic areas we are supposed to acquaint ourselves with in order to face the interview panel, and not necessarily only GES interview, whatever interview that we may find ourselves, how we are, going to conduct ourselves and show professionalism. At this juncture, honorable members, I will invite your question, and Mr. Amankrah will be here to respond to them. So please, you are welcome. Feel free to ask the question based on the presentation regarding GES interview. In fact, that's a juicy presentation. So we are taking your question. Feel free to raise your hand and I'll call you. Raise your hand using the app and I'll call you, please. Any question? Or everything has gone down well with you? Oh, okay, let me unmute everybody. I think because I've muted everybody. So please unmute yourself. I have now worked on it. You can unmute yourself. Now, Nyamaolo, your question, please.
All right, thank you very much for the opportunity. My question is, assuming you attend an interview and a question is posed to you in which you don't have any idea about it, how do you go? I mean, how do you approach it so that do you just say you have no idea, or what? I mean, what would be the best way of handling such a question? Do you attempt it, or I mean, how do you go about it? Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Amankrah, please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and respond to the question.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much for asking this question. It does happen. Sometimes when you have no idea about the question, you can politely ask the panelists who asked the question to change for you, because we have bank of questions. You can politely ask for a change and it will be done for you.
Okay.
Okay. So as you have said, you can politely ask that, oh, can you change the question for me? Or would you like to reframe the question so that I'll understand it better? Yes, that's great. Now, Marifa, your question, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. My question is this. In the process of answering a question, and then the panelists, some of them interject with more questions. What do you do? Because sometimes we might not finish answering, they will pose a question to you. In the process of answering the question, more questions will come, they will interject. What do you do in that aspect? Can you politely tell them to stop, or what do you do? What do you do in that regard?
Yeah, Mr. Amankrah,
Hello?
please.
Yeah. I'm surprised because I've been on the panel for years. If you are answering a question, it is only when they want clarification or more questions that they will ask as a follow-up question. But if you are on course, I don't think anybody will disturb you by asking another question.
Okay.
Am I clear to you?
Marifa, are you okay?
I'm not okay. What I mean is that let's say you have posed a question to me. I'm answering the question. A different person, I say something based on my the answer that I'm providing. A different panel or panelist also pose different question. Oh, what do you mean by this? But I have not finished answering the question. Hello, Doc.
It
That's
does
what you
happen.
mention. Yes.
Mr. Amankrah,
For
go on,
example,
please.
when a question is posed to you and you make mention of certain, maybe a policy or certain name, somebody who, asks you, where from this? You see, sometimes it's a way of drawing panelists into your fold. I did one time, I did the same thing. I was asked a certain question when I was entering for AD. I didn't know anything about that question, so I intentionally mentioned something. So, so what is this? And one of the panel asked me, so what is this? And then I started giving to them. So sometimes it's your own presentation. When you make mention of certain things which is not within the question that they have asked, and you come out with another fact, they will delve into it to know more about it and to find out whether you yourself you know more about what you are talking.
Oh, okay. So that is that. Marifa, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel free to ask questions because in fact he is sitting in the area, to deal with the questions. He has been on the panel.
Yeah, he has answered the question. Doc, he has answered the question.
Yeah, we are listening to the question, please. We are listening to the question. Yeah, we are listening. Go ahead.
With regards to the appreciation, he said we should show appreciation after every interview session. Can you also write the letter instead of verbal after the interview, you will present to the panel. Is also allowed. Let's say instead of you saying the verbal, thank you very much for the opportunity given me. You can also do your own, write your own letter, put it in your envelope. After that, you will give to the panel members. That's my
Sometimes
question.
after the interview, you don't know where the panelists will go. So it's better you do it instantly, not mere letter, but verbal. Thank you for the opportunity given me. I thank you so much. May the good God see you through your interview. That's all. Just simple word. When it
Okay.
gets into writing and something will go in. I don't like to go that way.
Okay.
Or Marifa, you want to
For
put something
profession.
in the envelope, eh?
Oh no, not touching the envelope. Just at least.
If
Just
you want to
touching the
put something in the
envelope.
envelope, it should be brown envelope.
And the mobile numbers too, you can test them. Maybe thank you for the opportunity given. That's all. But it is advisable to do it instantly before you leave.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Please, questions.
I've not finished. I have another one. I love another one, Doc.
Go on. You ask anything. We have more time.
Yeah. Then the other one too is you made mention of feedback or the follow up. Can you immediately ask of your performance after the interview session?
Can I take it?
Yeah, please go on.
I said then. Yeah.
Okay.
We heard the question, please. We heard the question.
Yes, I heard the question.
Yeah.
You can ask. No panelist will tell you didn't perform. You see, no panelist will tell you, oh, this guy, they didn't do well at all. You can ask, and oh, fine, it was good. That's all that he will tell you. Even if it was abysmal performance, he will still tell you it was good. Am I clear to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we are listening. Any more questions for
Yes, I'm also here, Doc. If I'm
yeah,
given
we are
the
listening.
opportunity. Okay. May I also find out whether, as an interviewee, whether you have the right to request for a change, in the panel. Assuming you have issues with one or two of members of the panel, can you request for a change? Or you have personal issues, so that with such people among, you are likely not to go through. Can you request, or you just have to take it like that? And the second one has to leave this one so that if you want a response, then I come again.
You let him take this. Mr. Amankrah, I want to find out if you can request for a change because there's somebody that you are not comfortable with.
Look, the whole thing is you may not even know the panels until you get to the room. So there you cannot make any change. Cannot request. I'm
Yes.
saying you may not know any one of them until you get to the room. And when you meet them and there's somebody you are not comfortable with, you can't instantly request for a change. It will take time. You have to write a director of that region. You write and then state your reasons why you don't want to face that panel. It will take a long time. And even you should know that the panel is made up of about 4. So if you are not comfortable with one, the one cannot make any. The rest, when you perform, they will give you.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, Nyama will continue with your set of questions.
Yes. Okay. The second one has to do with the dress code or dressing. Director emphasized on how our appearance during the interview.
Yeah.
haven't, had the opportunity to attend an interview before, but I'm told that during interview, people are always around selling suits for interviewees to buy. I don't know whether it is compulsory. You might just buy those around. And people say that when you fail to buy those suits, you are likely not to pass the interview. Though you may even be nicely dressed, but it's more or less like it's compulsory. You must be in a. I like wearing smoke. I don't know if I wear my smoke and attend it, whether I will be able to pass such an interview. I don't know.
Yeah. You see, DS, we have culture. And when you are coming from the north, your best dress is always the smoke. So when you are in it, nobody will drive you. It is a recognized dress, type of dress, being worn by some people. So if you go or you attend dressed in that typical northerner dress, nobody will sack you. It isn't always that you should buy suit. But when you are wearing shirt, then automatically you must get the suit. But when you are going with your smoke, it is also recognized.
Okay.
Recognize, surely recognize. It will attract the same marks as somebody who is wearing a suit.
Okay, thank you for that. I think that is a good thing to hear, because as a Pan-Africanist, if you ask somebody wearing smoke to go away, I will actually be angry with. I will not be comfortable at all.
Doc,
Happy, too
question.
happy.
Question, Doc.
Okay, so Innocent, Innocent, your hand was up, but he's trying to reconnect. As we wait for Innocent, you can unmute your microphone and ask your question. Innocent Kloji, please unmute your microphone and ask the question.
Yeah, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is that I want a presenter to take me through how I should enter. Interview room, great, and actually, my attitude in terms of sitting down and the rest. I would like him to take me through that process. Enter the room, greet, then be ushered into. I want to know how I can comport myself during that period of time, entering and sitting down to prepare for answers. Hello.
Yeah, we heard you.
Hello.
Yeah, I think he heard. It took the. We got a question.
Yes. In entering the interview room, at times the secretary will come and call you. So when you are coming with the secretary, there is no need to knock. But when you are coming alone, you must, at least as a sign of respect, knock, and you will be ushered in. When you get in, the first thing to do is to politely greet the panel. After greetings, please don't sit down. Let them offer you the seat. Even though your seat will be there for you, let them ask you to sit down before you do that. And when you sit down, please, moving in the chair, you must be stable. You must be stable. And as I said, your hand should be on your lap. And when questions are being thrown to you, as a sign of understanding or listening, you may even nod your head. As a sign, oh, this guy is actually listening to the question. He's actually listening. And then when questions are also thrown to you, let the panelists finish asking the question. Sometimes it will be, oh, as for this, I know. So the moment he started, you also started. No, let him finish. And it is advisable to spend at least a second or two after questions have been thrown to you. You sit down, you analyze it, and then you start answering. That's the best way. When you get to the room, don't just sit down. After greetings, stay there, you'll be offered a seat, you sit down quietly, and then you start talking as and when you are asked to do so.
Okay, thank you. Innocent, are you okay with the response?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. But there's one thing I would like to ask. For the greetings, how do I greet? Because something like this happened to me before. I was not. I saw two panelists, and a male and female, and I greeted good afternoon, sir. And in fact, that put me off my feet. So if he could help me, how best I should do the greeting. Excuse me.
You use the word panelists or interviewers or
So,
my honorable. You say, and then madam, maybe.
Hello, sir. I'm listening.
Mr. Amankrah, would you
When
like
you
to,
get-
Mr. Amankrah, please rewind your response. We are listening.
I'm saying that he can use the word panelists. Good morning, panelists, or honorable judges.
Okay.
And don't use and madam.
Okay.
To any
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I say panelists or judges.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question, please, for our presenter?
Thank you so much.
Any other question? Hello. Any other question? Nana Sewa, question for us? Kwatin. And Sir John. Sir John, do you have any question for us?
Yes, I do have a question, but my question I've had a witness to a GES interview where the person said that he did not attend a classes that was organized by the panel members themselves, conflict of interest. And because of that, he was marked down because he was not part of the classes that was organized by some members of the panelists to come for the interview. And so he was marked down. In this case, what should be the approach? Should I go for a remark, or what should I do if I have this situation happening to me?
Hello, Mr. Amankrah. Did you get it?
This is a conflict of interest. So.
Yes.
When was 3 years ago, similar thing happened in Takrady. So we were told that those who were on the panel and were organizing refresher courses for the interviewers should stop, because you can't be a judge and at the same time a referee. So if somebody is organizing in-service education, he is not to be on the panel. It's the new GS directives.
Yeah, thank you, Director, for that response. In fact, I set eyes on, I think, a communique from GES that officially GES is not organizing any workshop for teachers going for promotion, because some of the panelists actually use the name of GES, that GES is organizing this, and they pocket their money, right? So that's this is something that you do for yourself. So as they rightly said, the panelists are not supposed to organize anything. Yes, no. And so that is, as you indicated in your question, it's a conflict of interest. And I'm happy GES has actually worked on it, that if you're a panelist, you don't do that. And in case you find yourself in that situation, I'm sure you know how to do it.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? I like the questions, they are insightful and putting us on the right track. Any other question? Marifa, I've seen that you have unmuted yourself. You want to say something?
Yes, doctor. Thank you for that opportunity. It's a follow-up question.
Okay.
Mr. Nave asks of wearing smoke to interview session. I can vividly recall a brother of mine attended this GSM interview, and he wore smoke. According to him, they told him that why is he going for a funeral or a chief? Is he attending a chieftaincy council or meeting? Hello, doc.
Yeah, we are listening, please.
Hello.
Hello, we are
So
listening.
he said no. Yes. So they educated him, told him that smokes are meant for attending funerals, no, or chieftaincy, or when you are a chief, that's why you wear smoke in the London. So you don't attend, you don't wear smokes in attending professional interviews. That was the only question that he said. After asking that question, he said, yeah, he's sorry for that. He doesn't know. The rest of the question he managed to answer most of them. But when after the interview session or when the results came out, he failed that particular interview.
Yeah, I think director has answered this, that this is to wear a smoke is like wearing the suit. In fact, the suit is not an African thing, right?
Yes.
So if you wore the smoke, it's okay. But so I think this one has to do with those involved in the scoring. Yes, maybe the responses that he gave maybe were not right. You will respond all right, but the responses may not be right. But I am not sure they will fail you just because of the dress, when indeed GS has approved that wearing smoke is okay. But director, do you have anything to say to that?
Yes, one, maybe those on the panel, they didn't attend orientation. Because if you attend orientation, you will be told that smoke is also allowed. It's the fine dress of some people, so you can't ignore it. Secondly, the dress takes only 3 out of the 50 marks. So I don't think the dress alone can fail somebody.
Okay.
It takes only 3
of the 50 mark.
Yes.
So, with your expertise on the board, which areas carry the chunk of the marks, so that we can arm ourselves?
5 and 6. 4 takes 8. 5 takes 10. And then 6 takes 12.
Okay, so for the benefit of those who have just joined, we are just going to run through the slides, and then so that you understand the 4, 5, 6 is talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, regarding the GS interview issues. In fact, in his presentation, he mentioned 8 essential sessions that GS considers in terms of the interview. And the basic GS interview have 8 sections. And these sessions include the verbal communication aspect. And the verbal communication, director mentioned logical presentation of your ideas, clarity of thought, power of comprehension. Interviewee, also were quiz. We also look at the knowledge. And the first one was verbal communication. And the second one is knowledge of Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service. And so, and the knowledge of Ministry of Education, the interview will be quizzed on the operation and policies of the organization. Questions such as the following could be asked. Describe the functions of MOE, blah, 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 blah. The slides will be available to you. So we have knowledge of GES, application, knowledge of application of educational policies, and then knowledge of educational policies and issues, and then policy, administration, and management, contemporary national and international issues. Yes, so these are the 8 major areas that director hinted on, that this based their question on. And in response to the question that was answered, he said 4 and 8, right? Director, did you say 4 and 8? He said 4 and 8 take a chunk of
5 and 6. 4
okay,
takes 8. 5.
Okay, so 5 and 6.
Then yes.
And then which one?
The first one as the appearance.
Okay.
It takes 3.
Okay.
Turnout. Background 3.
Okay.
Verbal communication. Then you come to 4. It takes 8.
Okay.
Number 5. 10. And then 6 takes 12.
Okay.
That is why the chunk of the
Question is okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
Honorable Kodo, let's finish the question. I'll ask you to take your question. Okay.
Okay.
So Honorable Kodo, I think you can ask your questions now.
Yeah. This is just, should I say, an information or whatever. It seems GES now is organizing attitude tests instead of interview. The topic for today, very useful, but I think it should be geared towards the attitude test that is being organized rather than thinking that we are going to sit with panel and then they will interview us and give us marks.
Okay, let me add that. Our director will come in, but before he comes in, let me add that there are positions. There are specific positions. I think director 1 or director 2 upwards. In addition to the aptitude test, they have to attend interview.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why it is essential to do that. And apart from that, we all attend interview in our occupational fields. And so the tips apply. They apply to the interview that we attend. I remember when I completed university, there was a population and housing census, and they were doing interview. They were recruiting people. That was 2010. When I entered the room, I went to sit down. Then they were looking at me. So if I had attended some of this, I wouldn't have done that, So this is going to help some of us.
Okay.
Doc, if I may, we will not also remain in GES forever. There are other opportunities.
Let's not bring this. Let's not bring it here.
Yeah.
Let's not bring this. Interview in every part interview. Even if you want to be whatever, they'll be interview. Even if you're a minister, certain committee, they will interview you. So please, this is our pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay. Please, any other question for us? Any other question for us? Well, I am sure the thing has gone down with the panelists and the participants. And let me add that it is recorded. We're going to upload it on YouTube right after we are ended it. Director, would you like to give us your closing remarks or wrap up whatever you have treated for us so that we bring this to a close?
Thank you. All that I'm saying is that now GS is writing aptitude test, but they shouldn't forget that interview has been written off totally. No, you apply for certain positions and you have to be interviewed. It isn't always the writing. The writing one is just for promotion. But if you want certain positions, you have to attend interview. And this also matters a lot. So I also thank you for giving me this opportunity, at least as a refresher. Because when you gave me this, I have to go and then read around it. So as a refresher, thank you so much.
Yeah, we thank you once again for honoring our invitation. In fact, you have helped us so much. And may God bless you so much for joining us. It's unfortunate that Mary Mabel Ebu has just joined us and we are closing. And thank you, panelists, once again. We are going to share this. And please, once you get it, feel free to share with your friends, whether they are art teachers or not, so that they also get a grip of whatever we discuss here. And we are going to meet, God willing, on Thursday. Thursday is going to be 1st December, right? 1st December, we are bringing a different presenter, facilitator to present to us. And we are hitting on these key things that the director has mentioned in terms of the GES, where they put their weight in terms of the examination. So please, when you get the link, do share with others, whether they are art teachers or not, so that together we share ideas and move on. Until we meet on December 1st. Thank you so much for attending. And it's bye for now.
Thank you, Praise God.